встает, золотя купола светом зари. Снова дорога меня привела в Иерусалим. Ты в моем сердце молитвой.
Good evening, nations of Israel. From Central Texas comes to you someone that has best at interest for the nations of Israel as we know them today, but also Great Britain and the U.S. Today's topic, darkness in the land. It's sort of an introduction to this channel, what this channel is going to be all about. Really, people, there's so many things that I would like to talk to you about and share with you. But before I do just that, I'd like to give just a brief introduction of who I am. My name is Charles Putzays. I'm 56 years of age. I have a great family. My wife of 30 years of marriage, whose name is Luvia, and three grown sons, Anthony, Joshua, and Al. As time goes by, I'll be sharing more of myself, who I am, and my lifetime experiences that I have had. Many beautiful lifetime experiences, and some not so beautiful, but I'll share them with you, absolutely. But today, that's my brief introduction of who I am. Now right down to the topic, darkness in the land, and because time is of the essence, I'll get right to the point. And this YouTube channel will embark on so many great topics, mainly topics that no other media outlet is presenting, or perhaps they are, but they're not completely connecting all the dots for you. For instance, what's going on in the world? Why so many conflicts and turmoil? And why now? Do you know the answers? What is going on with the different religious beliefs that are out there, with the churches and different denominations that are out there? Are they providing you with the answers that you're seeking? Perhaps they are. Perhaps they're not. Maybe you wonder why the price of food is going up so much, and you're worried about that, or why so much unemployment. The economy, inflation, not just here in the U.S., but around the globe. We'll get to talk about what's going on in the Middle East. Not just in Egypt, but in Tunisia, Morocco, Jordan, Lebanon, Yemen, Libya, Algeria, Saudi Arabia, Iran, Bahrain, and even in Italy. My God, just look at all the conflict that's going on in the Middle East, and what's going on. Do you know why these things are happening, and why now? It is a great question. There's answers, and there's a profound meaning to what's going on in the Middle East. For years, I have sought out many of the answers for these questions and many other questions. As I said earlier, I'm 56 years of age, but I started to pay close attention to the world events since I was just a teenager. I asked questions, I read, I looked, I searched everywhere and every chance that I had, in many temples, churches. Yeah, I did my church tours. I went around for about 6, 7, 8 years, a year and a half in one church, 2.5 years in another, a year in this other church, and so on and so forth. In books, I looked everywhere. But here's the catcher in trying to find answers. And actually, what's true knowledge, and what does it mean? This is the key, actually, true knowledge. But what do I mean exactly by true knowledge? Well, let me give you the reverse or the contrary to my last statement. The lack of true knowledge is what keeps us in the dark. The lack of will to find out what's the source for that true knowledge. And what do I mean exactly by that? Well, I'll be more precise. Conforming ourselves to whatever we're fed in terms of information, of knowledge, news, doctrines, is what keeps us in the dark. As for today, and because this is just an introduction to the so many topics that we'll be touching on, I would like to leave you with these words, and they come from the great book, which I have studied for so many years, which is the bestseller. Actually, it is the bestseller in the whole wide world. Has been translated to the most languages and dialects, and I'm talking about the Bible, and not just the New Testament, but the Old Testament as well. So in Hosea 4:1, it says like this, and I'll read it to you. Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel, for the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, no mercy, no knowledge of God in the land. And then it goes on. Also, I included here Hosea 4:6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge. I will also reject you, or thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing that thou hast forgotten the law of thy God. I will also forget thy children. So, with those words, and as I said earlier, we'll be talking about so many interesting topics, such as what's going on in the field of education, good versus evil. What's these two forces really mean to your daily life? How to obtain the higher knowledge that produces all the answers that we need for our daily lives and for the future of this dangerous world that we live in. So it's going to get very interesting. I do have all the answers for you folks. I don't claim to know it all, but at least from all these situations that are going on in the world right now, all this turmoil and many other answers, I do have gone to extents in not only studying but in obtaining the source that produces that knowledge that comes from above. And I'd like to share this with you. So as time goes by, I'm going to ask you to come in and check out this channel regularly. I'm going to try to have at least 3 of these videos once a week, so that you could share them with your friends. And also, I would love to get your feedback, and if you could post your comments and leave me your feedback, I would love to hear your feedback. So until next time, my friends, yours truly, Charles Putsays, again, it's my name, from Central Texas. I want to tell you and say that may God Almighty bless you and your loved ones.
Солнце встает, золотя купола светом зари. Снова дорога меня привела в Иерусалим. Ты в моем сердце молитвой